Good evening, Rahul, and good evening to my fellow panelists. No, I think I'm not going to miss any words because I think we've had enough of this. The Congress declining the invitation to attend the Pran Pratishtha of the Ram Janambhoomi temple, the new Ram temple, is entirely in keeping with the Congress's psyche of being anti-Hindu and anti-Bharat civilization. I'm not going to mince my words because I will prove it with facts. Number one, on the Congress saying that the religion is a personal matter. Yeah, sure. Overturning the Shah Bano judgment to appease Muslims at the cost of a poor widow who were thrown onto the streets is a personal matter. Giving hundreds of crores to set up exclusively Christian development corporations, organizing iftar parties for decades, providing Hajj subsidy for decades, exclusively controlling 34,558 temples, disbursing monthly salaries to imams for decades, celebrating Teresa's sainthood was all a personal matter, right? How shamelessly hypocritical can one be? In fact, Miss Sonia Gandhi had written to the Pope saying she would have loved to, but she cannot attend the canonization of Teresa, but is actually sending emissaries representing Congress and the government. So much for personal matter. Number two, and this is more painful, but these are all facts. On the Congress saying that the Pran Pratishtha has been turned political. Well, it is the duty of the state to organize this event. The state, in my opinion, hasn't gone far enough because the state exclusively controls more than 100,000 Hindu temples, their land, their revenue. It gets billions from these temples. It is spending a minute fraction of what it gets exclusively from Hindus. But then to understand this Congress psyche, Rahul, you have to go back not just a few decades, but to 1951. At the consecration of Somnath itself that was rebuilt after centuries of repeated demolition and destruction by invaders. Patel wanted to celebrate it, but Nehru feared what he called and phrased Hindu revivalism, restoring an ancient monument, a place of immense veneration which had been repeatedly obliterated, was, according to Nehru, an act of Hindu revivalism. Munshi, the cabinet minister in charge, was incensed. Yesterday you referred to Hindu revivalism, he wrote to him. It is my faith in the past which has given me the strength to work in the present and to look forward to our future. I cannot value freedom if it deprives us of the Bhagavad Gita or uproots our millions from the faith with which they look upon our temples and thereby destroys the texture of our lives. This shrine, this Somnath shrine, once restored to a place of importance in our life, will give to our people a purer conception of religion and a more vivid consciousness of our strength, which is so vital, unquote. Nehru was not moved. He in fact demanded that the president should not attend the Somnath consecration. President Rajendra Prasad ignored Nehru. And anyway, finally, and Vishnuji is here, he will corroborate. Congress leaders were part of the fraudulent Krishna Janambhoomi Sansthan that gave away part of the Mathura Krishna Janambhoomi to the Eidgah party without possessing the property papers, and for the next 50 years. The same Congress maintained then that the Eidgah has a legitimate right to be present over the Krishna Janambhoomi. It is the Congress finally, Rahul, that brought in the Draconian Places of Worship Act, denying Hindus their civilizational right to correct historical injustices. So I'll tell you, who is anti-civilizational? It is the Congress, and that is why it is entirely in keep. I congratulate Congress for keeping its word.